The country's eligible crop growers are receiving payments from Farm Bill enrollments of the 2014 crop. As we told you in August, those payouts could differ noticeably from county to county, and as we've also told you, those amounts could be less than expected due to budget sequestration. Earlier this week, we talked with Nebraska Extension Public Policy Specialist Brad Lubben to learn what producers might be able to expect.
FSA is sending payments out the door on the 2014 crop. The ARC program particularly paying very big this year. Those payments have been awaiting the end of the marketing year. That's complete. We have price data, we have yield data. FSA is calculating payments and sending them out to producers.
What do producers need to know about that amount they might see coming into their account?
Well, the ARC payment, of course, is based on this county level revenue result, or the individual farm level result if producers signed up for that version. At the county level, it's a function of this guarantee that is based on a 5-year Olympic average yield, 5-year Olympic average price. Then you take this year's, in this case 2014, actual yields and actual prices, calculate revenue against the guarantee. When there's a loss, there's an ARC payment. There's a cap on that payment to be no more than 10% of that benchmark. There is also a total reduction in payments of 6.8% because of sequestration. But all those factors plugged in, you can calculate a revenue payment per acre on a county by county basis, and producers are going to see large payments as a result.
I've seen a few articles online this week about producers being I don't know if it's concerned or just surprised that the payments differ perhaps greatly from county to county. How much might they differ in Nebraska?
Well, it's interesting. We're talking about a total of as much as $600 million in payments in Nebraska. Huge total pot here of dollars coming to Nebraska producers. But from county to county, crop to crop, practice to practice, you could see differences between nothing and as much as $100 per acre in a payment rate. That's a function of the average, the benchmark that came into that county for that crop. We could step back, we could think about old programs used to be tied to a national price and everybody got the same payment rate regardless of what they marketed, when they marketed. Then in 2008 we introduced the acre program. Here's a revenue safety net that makes more sort of relevant protection for producers, but it was tied to a state level result. The argument going into this farm bill was that the state level result isn't responsive enough, so producers argued for, groups argued for, and pushed for this county level number or even an individual number. The fact is a county level number is going to vary county to county because yield results are different county to county.
Can we look ahead to next year at all and what it might mean for this current crop?
Well, as I stated, we could see ARC payments in Nebraska as much as $600 million for the 2014 crop that are paid now. Look ahead to the 15 crop numbers that will be paid in 16, we could see $500 million plus again. We deal with effectively the same price average going into the guarantee. Yield averages will vary again by county, and thus results will certainly vary again by county. But total numbers, we could see very substantial payments again in 2016.
How do you expect these payments will affect overall farm incomes?
Well, if you take ARC payments that are very big, compare them to direct payments that producers have given up. That was $300 million plus a year. On average, we don't expect ARC payments to exceed what we spent on direct payments, but the first couple years here are looking to be very big. $600 million or so of ARC payments this year could translate into about $800 million of total farm program payments, including conservation and other programs. That's a substantial part of this year's bottom line for producers. Projections for the 2015 farm income number might be somewhere between $3.5 and $4 billion. $800 million is a huge chunk of that this year.
You're having a series of meetings coming up across the state. Outline for me what those are and what you'll talk about.
Well, looking at these farm program payments and looking at crop and livestock outlook and the financial management challenges in this sort of shrinking farm income projection, it's time for a good Ag Outlook series, and our annual Cornhusker Economics Outlook series rolls out across the state again on November 17 to 24th.
You can find more information about the Cornhusker Economics Outlook meetings online at agecon.unl.edu/CEO. The sessions are free to attend, but pre-registration is encouraged to the host Nebraska Extension office.